And there was evening, and there was morning, a fifth day. And this is at the level of the planet Mars. Now, Mars in the Roman pantheon was the god of war, of course. But I do not believe that this was the archetype for the fifth planet among the Hebrews. I think the archetype was the law. And the law can mean both the rules and the enforcement of the rules. And the Romans were bigger on enforcement. Well, here we see a five-pointed star with a book or text attached to each of the points, symbolizing the first 5 books of the Bible, the Pentateuch, the law. And down towards the center, we see a scholar with a mortar board. So this is all about education. And there still needs to be some enforcement, and the scholar is holding 2 pikes. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, cattle and creeping things, and beasts of the earth according to their kinds." So here we see some insects towards the center, reptiles, amphibians, higher forms going towards the periphery. And the whole thing makes like a pulsing of blood. Then God said, "Let us make humankind in our own image, after our likeness." Well, starting at the top, we see the human soul coming down, passing through the 7 planetary influences to be born on the earth with outstretched arms. But those outstretched arms also form the eyes of a face with kind of a serpentine mouth, the face of one contemplating making humankind. And in the forehead, there is a 6-pointed star, which is basically an equilateral triangle pointing up, symbolizing male, and an equilateral triangle pointing down, symbolizing female, and together symbolizing the union of the sexes. So God created the human in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. So down towards the center we see the female, because woman is the center from which we all come, both male and female. But these are not the first humans. Remember, you arrived on the very first day when God said, "Let there be light." That was your light. And then, when space opened up, that was your space. And then there was the appreciation of Mother Earth and food and mother. Your call out into the world. Your education. And now we come to maturity, which includes procreation. So what this is saying is that your children are created by God, as are we all. And being made in the image of God, we too are called upon to be creative. And God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth." An explosion of creativity. And God said, "Have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth." So here we see birds in the periphery, a strip of water with fish, maybe some crocodilian eyes, many animals, and at the heart, the human with outstretched arms. Now, if the fish and the birds symbolize the mind, what does that make the animals? Well, the animals move on the surface of the earth, and it is our bodies that move. So perhaps they symbolize the body and actions. So this can be interpreted as saying, have dominion in your maturity over your mind and your body and your actions. And God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food." As children, our food is simply given to us. But when we grow up, we have to grow our food or work for it. So this is the productive as well as reproductive stage of life. And to every beast of the field and to every bird of the air, everything that has breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. Well, this may simply be instructions about how to care for your domestic animals, but we do have many wild animals also, including a monkey hanging from the periphery. But what about the carnivores? It doesn't say anything about the carnivores, but they're there, off to the side, looking in, very hungry. And there was evening, and there was morning, a sixth day. And this is at the level of the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter, in the Roman pantheon of gods, was the great procreator. But here we see a picture of the planet itself. And again, we see the six-pointed star, which here clearly one can see the two triangles pointing up and down, symbolizing the union of opposites, out of which comes the productive and reproductive life. On the seventh day, God finished his work which he had done, and behold, it was very good. So here we see the face of human life on earth, which encompasses elements from all the days of creation. They continue to be created throughout life. So there's the arc of the sky, the lights of heaven, the birds, the fruitful tree, animals, fish, all joined together. And God rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. And this is at the level of the planet Saturn. And Saturn in the Roman pantheon really embodied time. And the Hebrew name for Saturn was Shabbat, the same word that is used for the Sabbath. And as a stage of life, this embodies old age, a time to rest and contemplate the creation of which one has been a part. And so we have come full circle. The human soul comes from God, passes through the 7 planetary influences to be born on the earth. And then those planetary influences are manifested in reverse order throughout life until one returns to God and resides in the stars. Now, few people today believe in the old cosmology and the influence of the planets. But seeing the creation as a continuous process extending through all the days of our lives remains central to the belief in a living God.